Hey guys, this is Alex from the Always Football podcast. I'm here with my co-host Cameron. How are you doing tonight, Cameron?
I'm doing good, Alex. It's been a great week of football so far, and I'm just excited for tonight's game.
Yes, it has. So tonight, for our second episode of our primetime preview, we're going to discuss the Sunday Night Football game for Week 1, the first Sunday Night Football game of the year, the Rams versus the Bears. So we're just going to we're going to have a little discussion about the game. We're going to give our keys to victory for both teams, give a little insight, and then we're going to give you our score predictions and all that. Cameron, would you like to start us off?
Hey, man, I'll go ahead and start us off, and I'm going to start off with talking about the Bears. This Bears team, they made the playoffs, but they made the playoffs and then played on Nickelodeon. So it's not like it was a big award for them to actually make the playoffs. They didn't really do too much. For me, really, what this Bears team needs to do to win is slow down Stafford. His acres went down for the Rams, and so they really lost their number one guy at running back. So you're going to see Stafford be a lot more involved than he might have been if Akers was still healthy. If you're able just to lock up Stafford's receivers and just slow that team down, you 100% on a really good path to winning. On the offensive side of the ball, however, you still got Allen Robinson, and that's going to be my key to victory for them. Is just Allen Robinson needs to play like Allen Robinson plays. Obviously, you got Andy Dalton throwing to him, but if Andy Dalton can get it there, Allen Robinson can come down with it. That little matchup with him, and I'm assuming Jalen Ramsey will be on him. It's going to be interesting to watch. But if Allen Robinson can beat him out, yeah, I think that would be a big key to victory for them. And then moving on to the Rams, really for the Rams, it's just get Stafford involved as soon as you can get him involved. We know how good Stafford is. I mean, all the game-winning drives, all the wins he has with that awful Lions team that just did not support him at all. He's obviously a really great player, and he's got amazing talent on the offensive side of the ball. So getting Stafford just rolling already will be a huge key to victory. And then on the defensive side, just play defense like the Rams do. I mean, you got Jalen Ramsey, who, in my opinion, is the best cornerback in the league, and then Aaron Donald, who, in my opinion, is the best defender in the league and probably a top 3 player in the league. I mean, if Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey can just play like they usually do, they just play a normal game for them, I think they should be fine. Alex, what are your keys to victory?
Yeah, so you mentioned a lot about the quarterbacks, and I'm going to agree with that. I'm going to start off with the Rams first, though. I think the Rams' key to victories is keeping Stafford calm. Like you mentioned, this is his first game in an LA Rams jersey in a regular season game. There's gonna be a lot on his back. He's like you said, he lost Cam Akers earlier this offseason. He's gonna have Darrell Henderson and Sony Michel as kind of like a 1-2 punch in the backfield. So it's definitely about keeping Stafford calm, and just keeping him collected and kind of just having him play like he played with the Lions. Not that bad, but not on that same team, but how he played at the level he played. You want him to, just be synchronized with that offense. That also being said, I think you have to keep him off the ground. The Bears obviously have Khalil Mack, they have Akeem Hicks, they have got a really good defensive line, and if you don't keep Stafford up and you just let that pocket collapse on him, he's going to struggle. And then on the defensive side, Cameron said it perfectly. Play your game of football. Play the same way that defense played. But more specifically, I think it's being relentless on the defensive end. I think it's about forcing Andy Dalton to throw the ball. If you take away their run game and you just leave Andy Dalton to huck the ball all game long, that's a recipe for a win for the Rams. Now I'm going to talk about the Bears, and on that flip side, I'm going to say for the Bears, it's to stay balanced on offense. You don't want to get one-dimensional. You get one-dimensional, it's going to be, like I said, the Rams are going to just take this one and walk away with it. So keep that run game going. Get Montgomery going in the backfield. Keep him involved all night. Make sure you do not get one-dimensional. And then on the defensive end, it's like I said before for the Rams, keys is to keep you want to attack Stafford. You want to get him shooken up. The Rams' offensive line is really they're about average, and their tackles, the right side of the offensive line specifically, is very below average. And I think that's the side that you're probably going to see Khalil Mack rush. So um, I think you just got to push. You got to play physical. You got to play fast, and you got to attack Stafford and keep him uneasy. So that being said, I'm gonna get into my predictions, my game winner, and my score line for the game. Uh, I think it's gonna be the Rams. I don't see Andy Dalton leading this Bears team to a Week 1 victory. In all honesty, I think it falls down to him. Uh, the Rams defense is just gonna be too overwhelming for him. We could see the Red Rifle just randomly turn into his old. I don't know when he was great for the. He had a really good year for the Bengals a few years ago. So if he does that, then maybe the Bears have a shot. But I don't see that happening. I think that the Rams are going to be way too overwhelming and force the Bears to be one-dimensional. Like I said, they should not. My score line for the game is going to be 37-17. The Rams taking it. What about you, Cameron?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have to agree with you there. I think our Rams team it just overpowers this Bears teams on so many different levels. I mean, quarterback, offensive power, defensive power. I mean, just every last thing you look at, even coaching. I mean, the Rams have the Bears beat. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have the Bears winning that one. The only way I could see this Bears team competing is if Justin Fields comes in and has some great rookie start during the second half. Because I've said it, I feel like multiple times since we started this podcast that I am a Cowboys fan, and I watched Andy Dalton play for this team last season, and he had a lot more firepower on that Cowboys team than he did with this Bears team, and he was not that great. I think he's going to struggle with the Bears, and I don't think there's going to be much of a fight. So I'm going to have the Rams winning 31-13. Stafford winning his first game on a new team.
So it looks like me and Cameron are both going to take the Rams on this one. I don't think there's much surprise to that. But that being said, that is the end of this segment of Primetime Preview with Always Football Podcast. If you guys did enjoy, please do drop a subscription to our YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on our Instagram, please do follow and like the video. All our socials will be linked in both descriptions on YouTube and Instagram. And that'll be it. Enjoy the game tonight, guys.